Now, this is not an exhaustive list of all the possible risks, but some of the risks that might be especially acute with applications running in the cloud are things like data breaches and data loss, account hijacking. If somebody hijacks your account on the management plane, that could be disastrous. Where a lot of times that management plane doesn't exist outside the organization. Certainly you can't manage an Azure instance or a Google instance of a virtual machine without having some public access to that management plane. Whereas on our internal networks, we can do that without that management plane being exposed to the wider internet. So somebody, if they were to hijack the account, they don't need physical access to our data centers to do that stuff. So in the cloud, this becomes a much bigger concern. Insecure APIs, either through the storage APIs or through the data structures that we might be using, like databases like Azure SQL and so forth, or even just general APIs in our own applications. Denial of service attacks could hinder or affect our applications. They're susceptible to those attacks because they're in the cloud. Not even directly, they may be subject to those attacks even indirectly because of the multi-tenancy nature of the cloud. Malicious insiders, either in the cloud service provider, which we normally wouldn't have that attack vector, but we have that when we're in the cloud. Abuse of cloud services and insufficient due diligence. If we get complacent with our infrastructure in the cloud, the cloud service provider is handling that, for example. And shared technology issues because we don't have direct control of the technology in the cloud. We're relying on the cloud service provider to do that for us. So that might be another area that makes it more difficult to secure applications in the cloud. Again, this is not we talked about risk management in other areas of this course. I just wanted to give you some ideas of things that might be more acute with cloud-based applications.